What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete, and this is another episode of Fixed Fridays. So, I am on a lose streak so far, and I would really like to get a win, but we'll see how it goes. This is my third game on my fixed account. Bird Blitz from Bangladesh. Currently ranked as a novice, 644,000. I am in the 4th position. And I've been given South America, so let's see if we can pay that off. I'm going to immediately offer an alliance to the green player, because they're sitting in my final piece. I'm also going to offer an alliance to the yellow player, because that would be two situations I would really not like to have to do with. I will throw him the heart, because yellow agrees, and yellow's next to act. Green probably won't agree until the beginning of my turn, when it is obvious that I am trying to go that way. I need to also be able to get a take somewhere else, which appears difficult. So, green is a 4 in Venezuela. I want to take South America as quickly as possible. I can get an easy take in India, so that's fine. So I can put all my troops, which will be 4, so it'll be 6 on 4. I won't roll that. That's crazy. But I can look to consolidate in India, my 2 in Siam, and my 4 in Afghanistan. The orange player makes a play for Oz, but blue has a 7 in there as well, so it looks like Oz will be contested, at least in the early game. I am next to act, and I make my aggressive play for Venezuela without taking it. I did already offer green an alliance, but I'm going to go like this, just indicating to them that I would really like it if they would go elsewhere. And I get my take in India as expected, and do a move, and that's all I'm going to do on my turn. If green decides to back off, green did not accept my alliance, notably. I will take every alliance request I can get at this point, but I'm going to offer them only when it is strategically appropriate for me to do so. Green accepts. Hopefully that means they back out. I'm going to give them the heart. And assume he backs out. Let's see if that is what green does. Puts his 6 stack in Asia, and we'll pull the 4 away, meaning that I get South America next turn. Good start. Throw the thanks. And I will move into that position on my next turn, but also maintain this exclave. I'm going to not militarize this corridor, but I'm also not going to move my 4 away unless something happens with yellow, if yellow changes the balance here. I don't want to be the one to show aggression. I want to be a good neighbor as much as possible. Yellow is looking like they're taking Africa, but they do it slowly. Orange looks like they're going for North America, but they also have action in Australia. They invest further in Australia and take the 3. No, roll on the 7. That's crazy. Okay, they won. Lucky them. So now blue's kind of on the back foot. And Van Schwang, flying the flag of Germany, appears to be quite novice at this. But hey, no Australia, no win, right? On my 3rd turn, I put a single troop in South America, put the rest in India, because I really want to diversify my positions and make sure that I have an exclave. Oh no, that wasn't what I meant to do. I meant to put that single up, not on Brazil. I don't want to show aggression to my yellow ally at this point. I want them to feel comfortable taking Africa. So on my next turn, I think my take is going to be somewhere in Asia, and I will reinforce my entire stack into Venezuela, leaving this border open. If yellow should choose to break, then I would know not to trust their alliance, and we could move on from there. So these settings make a lot more sense for fixed. We're playing 60-second turns, balance splits for rolls, fixed cards. Currently no AI with alliances on, so I can hopefully communicate and negotiate my way to a victory. Green gets a take on orange in North Am. Orange is probably going to double down in Australia. I think on my turn I actually put a single troop here and get my take in Europe, rather than fully continuing to militarize India. Okay, I can do that too. That makes more sense for me. I'm going to put a troop here. I'm going to move into Afghanistan. Maybe two. That's my play. I move out of the Australian situation towards hopefully maybe even connecting these armies. And blue is dwindling. They got to roll on that too. Okay, magenta now with 2 positions. How is magenta? Flying the flag of Turkey, 120 hours, so they're okay. I will happily accept every alliance I am offered. So, for those of you who haven't really experimented with playing with alliances, the alliance option, once you are allied with a person, you have a line of communication. So you can give the thumbs up, you can give the thumbs down, and you can give the little heart emoji. Those are the 3 things you can do, on top of asking them to attack people. Say, please attack the carrot player. So green is asking me to attack orange. I don't know how I would do that. I don't seem to be next to orange. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put most of my troops here. I'm going to put a couple there and get mine taken in Afghanistan. I'm going to give green the thumbs up to that request, even though I'm not going to fulfill it. The other things you can do with communication is you could say, attack these colors, or if it's yourself, it says, if you need to attack me, and if it's themselves, it says, I'm sorry, I have to attack your territory. This is the extra lines of communication on top of the regular emoji set, the 6 emojis and the 7 communication options. So I'm going to retreat from the African border now. This will hopefully make a better ally of yellow, because that is not a fight I want to fight. I'm going to give yellow the thumbs up to indicate that I'm not interested in militarizing that border any further. And let's see if they do the same or something similar. I'm very happy with my positioning right now. I hold South America, which is not as good as either Australia or Africa, but 3 out of the other opponents do not have continents, and magenta has a single position. I predict the magenta player will become an itinerant 20 stack. I'm going to ask yellow to attack magenta, and I'm going to ask green to attack magenta, and I'm going to ask blue to attack magenta. Let's kill this guy. Agree? Fanasi Kareem, flying the flag of Turkey, 120 hours, 33 to 109. The green player, flying the flag of Canada, 200 hours in the game, and they have about a 5th win-to-loss ratio. Green's attacking orange. Takes them out of Northern Asia. Not opening up this front, though. As soon as they do, I think I might push in further. But I have an attacking position in Asia, so I'm feeling fine. Yellow will start to pull ahead, getting 1 extra troop compared to me per turn, but they are almost equivalent. Yeah, we have to deal with magenta. We have to deal with light blue. Waiting for those big matches because it's fixed. You want to get the 10-point match if at all possible. Fixed cards works like this. 4 for all the infantries, 6 for 3 cavalries, 8 for 3 artilleries, and 10 for 1 of each. And the jokers really help you sort that through. Yellow's going to move into there and maintain their secure borders. Okay. Orange puts in and continues up with the turtle, or do they invest at all in North America? They do a little bit, 2 troops. And they roll a 4 on 2, so that's another indication that the orange player is not very skilled. You would really want to roll a 4 on 1, or a 5 or a 6 on 2, just to make sure you get it. Okay, do I open up a 3rd position? I think I do. I'm going to put 2 troops on my main stack. And I'm going to put 3 troops and attack into Iceland, removing an exclave of blue and giving myself another line into North America. I am going to be yellow's best friend this game, for as long as that is in my best interests. The magenta player is fucked, and they don't know what to do, so maybe they get an early match. I do have the big match, which means if I get 10 plus 5, 15 plus 8 is 23. I'm almost lined up to kill magenta. I might want to do it when they're holding 5 cards, but we're not in a rush. You only really stand to get something like 12, 13 troops out of 5 cards. So you don't really want to overextend and do too much more than that. The blue player is also looking super weak. They might actually be a better kill for me. They only have 20 for the same number of cards, and I would put my troops on the same stacks. That might actually be a more viable kill at the moment. But never mind, they match in. So, blue gets 10 troops. What does he do? So we have the blue turtle and the magenta turtle next to each other. My idea for this game is to not match early and maintain these 2 positions and just get easy takes from them. I think my entire bonus is going to go into my big stack, though, because I really don't want that there. And I understand why yellow is militarizing. I think the best threat is the threat of mutually assured destruction by just having a really big stack there. And I'll get an easy take in Asia, probably on green, in between the 2 Goliaths of magenta and light blue. Okay, the orange player is investing in North America. I will accept every alliance I am offered when I am offered it, because it really costs me nothing to do so. And you send a little bit of goodwill. Or you engender a little bit of goodwill, hopefully. On my turn, I was hoping to get an attack there, but I'll suffice for an attack this way. Put all my troops on my big army and get a little take in Asia. Feeling good, I know I have a big match on backup. Just in case anyone should do anything aggressive and try and skew my balance. I'm still slightly in the lead. Magenta moves to take Europe. Okay. Magenta wants Europe. Should I let them have it? Let them. I don't think there's much I can do to stop it. So, what I might do is I just might get an easy take on them and spend these troops while they still exist. Green looks like they're slowly taking over North America. And blue gets easy takes in Asia. Just 1. No rush. On my next turn, I'm going to put 3 of my... Oh, actually, I have the big match. Okay, I'm going to split it. But I'm going to get my take here and lose my 3rd position, because I'm expecting to, and it will show goodwill to magenta, and then having magenta take Europe will be a problem for other people. Not necessarily as much for me, especially if I just show them goodwill by giving it up. Okay, everyone's matching in now. I think it makes sense for yellow to attack magenta, so I will suggest it. See if they bite, because they're going to be cornered in and magenta is going to take Europe. So I would like to start a war, if at all possible. Excellent. Give him a thumbs up. Magenta says, oops. So we have a war that I'm not involved in. Oops. Yeah, magenta's pissed. So now when I use that 5, I get to look like both of their friends by thinning out my position, not adding to it, and by attacking magenta from yellow's seat. That seems like a good political move. Magenta and light blue are still the fish. Green has a match, and I'm not going to offend them. But I do have to add, so my total is 15, so I'll put 7 here and 8 here, and I'll get my take. And I will call that a day, because I'm not expecting this position to exist. I expect magenta to take Europe, and then we'll have a problem. Then I'll ask orange to break, I'll ask yellow to break. Because I'm allied with everybody except... No, I'm allied with everybody. Okay, good. We're all friends here. Don't have a match on 3. Well, we made it into whatever it is now, the 8th turn or something. No, it's not. It's the 6th turn. So I can't say we made it yet, but doing better right now than we did for any of the other Fix Friday videos. So maybe we'll pull something. Pull a rabbit out of our hat this time around. Okay, green might finish North America if they're bold and they take an 11. Okay, green's weak. Green has 33 troops. Do I betray them now? Because I think it makes sense for me to. I don't think they can guard North America, but they don't finish. They let me get a take out of that army. Orange is also weak. Orange has been reduced to a single position in Australia. Blue matches in. I'm going to suggest to blue that they attack green. But it looks like they're going the other way. Do they try for Australia? What is blue's plan? Everyone's still alive and kicking in this game. They move into their big position, which has only one direction to go. Okay, yellow likely gets a chip on Europe again. Green offers me the heart that I reciprocate. I know they want North America. I can't really allow that to happen, though. So how do I get out of... Yeah, thank you. Thank you. He's being a gentleman here. He means for this. He means for that maybe to go this way. So I do so, and I get the hell out of North America. So I'm guarding 2 of Green's borders for them. How much does Green trust me? I'll give him the thumbs up. Because it looks like what I did was a friendly move. And it looks like I'm going to lose my stack now, because Magenta is going to take Europe. I guess not. Okay, do I have a match on 4? Magenta's going to take Australia and kill the Australian player. They're thinking about it. Cool. Someone dies. We're going to lose 2 players. Magenta has suicided into Australia. The orange player dies. Magenta will be holding 4 cards. I might be able to eat them on my next turn. Because I have a 8-point match. Okay. Holding 5 cards. Don't think it's quite enough. If this 8 can take all of that, though, yeah, I might try it. Might not be the best move, but I think it's not a good move. I think I don't do it. I think what I do is I slowly accumulate resources in Europe, and I let Green have North America. I think that's how I do better than just killing Magenta right now. They're weak, but they're not that weak. They are holding 5 cards, but killing 32 troops to get 5 cards seems like bad value. Okay, and blue has locked their big army inside of themselves, which is a mistake. Because now blue can't capitalize on any opportunity that might arise without having one of their fronts broken. I'm going to move into Europe on my turn. I'm going to move in with my 17. I'm going to move in with my 8. Yellow has the same idea, and that's fine. Yellow and I can fight over this no man's land for a long time, happily. So I'm going to make a claim for Europe, like that. And we'll see if everybody is okay with that situation. I didn't need to match in. I thought about killing Magenta now, but I didn't. So they get to reinforce the head of their turtle. And the Australian turtle has been replaced by another one. Sure. I'm in the lead with 62, yellow very close behind at 60. Blue player at 47, magenta at 44, and green in last place. Oh, but they match in. Okay, so green's up to 46 now, and they finish North America. I'm going to give them a no front up there if they take it. If they decide to bolster it, then I have to bolster it, and then we have a Cold War scenario. And I predict the second is what they're going to do. Are they good? No, right? They're very average. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give a well played. Which is a dual meaning. Everyone gets to see that I congratulate him, but everyone also gets to see that he has the most valuable continent. Green opened up Blue's front, and I'm going to suggest to Blue that he invades so that he has a continent, not green. Let's see if he takes the bait. Is Blue good? Blue flying the flag of France. No, not very. Okay. Didn't do it. Looks like green's going to be allowed to hold North America. Yellow matches in. I can't afford to take Europe. If I do, everyone's going to team up against me and I lose. But I can get easy takes in Europe, for a while at least. I'm going to give the thumbs up to yellow. I'm going to consolidate my army inside of itself in the middle. And then yellow and I can have a battle for Europe. I'm going to make this a 30 stack just so it's a little bit larger than what yellow is dealing with in Africa. I'm going to consolidate the remainder of my forces in the middle of Europe. I have a stronger claim to Europe than yellow does, but I'm not going to try and win it. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to say to yellow, attack my territory if you need to, which should take a little bit of the pressure off of his mind, knowing that we have a place where we can trade cards for a while. Okay, green was allowed to hold North America, and under a long enough time scale, their production will outpace mine and yellow's. Yellow and I are still neck and neck in terms of troops. Followed by green, followed by blue, and then finally magenta in the 5th position. Let's see how this game evolves. For the next little while, I'm just going to put half of my troops in each position, and I'm going to get my takes in Europe. If yellow tries to do the same thing he does with these 4s, I'm going to have to retake, because I won't abide yellow taking more of the board. I need these 2 positions to exist, and I need to not piss anybody off. What does he do with that 9? Cool. Give it a thumbs up, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did before. And yellow and I can do this for quite a while. It's up to blue and magenta, and to a lesser extent green, to break the balance. do not have a match on 4. Magenta matches in with 15 troops, 6 of them in China, and attacks north. The blue player is back to pretty much a single position. Magenta keeps attacking. I like the aggression shown by the magenta player. They are forcing the action. Okay, green gets her take in Asia. Yellow and I will be getting our takes in Europe for a while, and blue is probably the next to go. So I'm going to ask everyone to attack blue now. I'm going to say, hey, yellow, attack blue. Hey, magenta, attack blue. Hey, green, attack blue. And let's see if anybody listens. It's kind of up to blue to do something. Green agrees. On my turn, I'm going to get this piece of Ukraine. Just what I did last turn. This can be the spot that everyone's fighting over for a while. We've now reached a midpoint stalemate, and I'm going to get myself another cup of coffee. Alright, let's see how the board has matured, if the board has matured. Yellow is in the lead at 98, followed by me with 82. Do I have a match? I have the low match. Lame. Yellow gets a chip on me in Britain, and hopefully pulls back. No moves to break green. Exciting stuff. Things are happening. That is good. Okay, magenta is asking me to attack yellow. I will say yes, but I won't do it. What I will do is almost nothing. Too bad I have the shitty match. This will appease yellow by putting my troops there, and this will appease green by actually getting a take on yellow. I'm not going to break that corridor. I want these guys fighting with each other. That's good for me. Magenta player matches in with a big match, but they don't really do much, do they? Pulls back to their main stack. Okay, so now magenta has locked themselves inside. So both blue and magenta are playing with fairly objectively incorrect strategy, in as much as they lock their armies inside. So what green is going to do is green's going to move some of his position from one of the other two defenses into that corner. And now I will break him. Oh, he didn't move much. Interesting. I figured he'd move more than that. I don't want to lose half of this position. That was pretty smart by green, because I thought if it was like 15 or something, I would have done it. The blue player gets a chip in Afghanistan. For someone who hasn't had any value all game, he's really not that far behind. Sure do wish I didn't have the low match, though. That kind of sucks. I guess yellow didn't want green pulling ahead. Yellow is in the lead with 95 troops, followed by me at 89. Magenta has 80. Blue player has 73. And blue, who has not held a continent all game, at 64. I am doing my best to stay the fuck out of everyone's way. I'll attack pineapple, but you also have to attack pineapple. I want green to open up that road. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to accede to green's request, but also with the expectation that green takes there, leave pineapple a road to break again. And if that happens, then maybe I can team up. I'm going to say attack green to the yellow player so that we can get this going, but I'm not just going to piss my troops away like that. Green's too smart for me and doesn't take the bait. Well done. We have a 15 stack guarding Greenland. It is connected to yellow. I was hoping green would break, but they're better than they appear. And again, I don't have a match on 4. So we wait. And I stay in the second place in terms of strength, which is definitely where I want to be. I don't want to be in the lead right now. I want to end up in the lead. Yellow has nothing to lose by taking in England and pushing his strength on that border. But he doesn't do it. Okay. I'll do something similar, but not exactly the same. Maybe green decides to push into Iceland and guard there instead. Green is also holding holding 12 territories, which means they reinforce 4. So their production is high. They will take the lead, given a long enough amount of time. Putting in 8 troops, because they just lost 1 there. Alright, I got the 8-point match, which is not as bad. Green puts in Asia. Does a little punch, but that's it, that's all. Okay, how do I stir up the situation with yellow and green again? Blue's not going to do anything that makes him overextend. I'm fine with my position. We are now deep into the mid-game of a classic fixed game. One person has been defeated, but the game is quite balanced and could go on for quite a lot longer. I think I'm going to have a hard out after about another hour. I'm willing to record this video for another hour. Let's see how close we get to the end of the game. Oh, yellow does it. Beautiful. Thank you, yellow, for your sacrifice. Yep, and green isn't happy. So I'm going to say to yellow, thumbs up. I'm going to say to green, please attack yellow. And to stir it up a little bit more. Yeah, green's down. I figured you were. I'm going to betray green after he overcommits to attacking yellow. And yellow really isn't willing to let green have North America anymore. So, all I have to do in that circumstance is nothing. Welcome to Fixed, where the strategically correct decision is almost always to do nothing and wait. The skill of Fixed is patience. We understand the rules of the game, we assume. We understand how the board works. So the correct strategy, ultimately, is to let other people do the attacking for you. And now, as you can see, I'm in a slight lead over yellow, even though the production is slightly more than me. Let's see what green does. Green gets an easy take, probably nothing much. Maybe move some of their big stack towards yellow to try and retake. If they thin themselves out enough, I will join the party. Oh, they don't. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I won't break you. I won't break you there until it makes sense for me to do so. Green no longer holds a continent. Blue has 80 troops, and green has 86. I do have a match on 3. It's a mid-match, though. I'd rather get a better one. And I'm not in any immediate risk of death, so I'm not going to worry about it. I expect yellow to start attacking North America. If they do it too aggressively, I might get the bright idea to take Europe, but not quite yet. Yellow's playing a good game, but I think I'm playing a better one. That's fine. We can trade cards over Europe all day long. Yeah, sure, I will, but you also have to do something. And I'm going to get the yellow player under 12. So their production is more equal to mine, and I would like to claim Europe for myself. There, I did something. Green attacks in Asia and bolsters their big stack. Green is not yet willing to try and retake their continent. I don't blame them. Never mind. Here we go. Let's see some fucking fireworks. So I'll make a good friend in yellow when green finally does take back North America, and I betray them there. Because then green will have no hope, and they are likely to suicide into one of us, but that's the way she goes. So maybe it's better that I don't. Maybe it's better that I do nothing. Oh no. I'm detecting a trend. Ah, yellow pulls out. Very interesting. Those devil emojis are very important. I want to see if green reciprocates. I'm going to ask them to attack yellow. Let's see what they do. I mean, I don't really have to do anything, so I won't. He's down. Now, does he only attack to take, or does he attack to harm? Magenta doing absolutely fuck all, enjoying his turtle time in Australia. You guys wanted fixed content. This is fixed content. I still could win this game. Feeling good about my slight lead, having not pissed anyone off, whereas yellow is in pretty much the same position as me, but they've made an enemy of green. I do have the big match. Let's see how far green goes. Is it just one? Is it just two? Do it. Yes. Now I'm going to spam this guy. Hearts. Yes. Do it. Yes. Do it. Yes. Excellent. Alright. Green and yellow have equalized. I have nothing to fear from green now. I will break their continent. I will tell yellow to attack green, and I will show my true colors at this point. You first, Magenta. Don't tell me to do anything. You do it. I'm stronger than you. You do it. have a war. Beautiful. Beautiful to see. Alright, now I can eat green. And probably eat yellow shortly after. Green's dead. Yellow has pretty much killed themselves as well. And yellow started it. And then there will be 3 players. I will not yet let yellow reestablish their position. I will take it for myself. Oh, he breaks me. Interesting. Yellow wants to die. Okay. They both die. I'm going to kill yellow first. I'm going to kill yellow first because they instigated. I was allied with both. Yellow had much more to lose. And I'm going to start guarding this side of the world. And I'm going to kill green. And I don't match again. It's not going to be a hard guard. I'm going to let my opponents break Europe. It's a 3-position guard if I wanted to guard, but I don't expect that to hold. So I'm going to let them easily break Europe so long as they don't invest in the rest of the board. I think I probably win this game, but I'm very equal with my other 2 opponents. Let's see who does what and who lets me hold what. Magenta obviously breaks Europe. Let's see if they push any further. They do. No? Up to you, Magenta. You want to break my Africa? You can. You want to break my North America? You can. I think it was pretty savvy of me to let them have an easy take there. Because I don't want them... I don't want either of them gunning for me at the exact same moment. The only way I win this game... Oh, interesting. Magenta would like Europe instead of Australia. I'm going to say attack Magenta to the blue player. Because he can have Australia if he wants. Or he could attack me. No way to know for sure. I'm in a very, very slight lead. I do have a big match. I hold half the world. Let's see what happens. I'm going to repeatedly remind blue to attack magenta. But no, blue breaks me. Okay. So we have a balanced 3-point game with blue in the weakest position and magenta in the lead. Very interesting. So if I have no friends, I will let blue take the Americas. I will take over Australia. Yep, don't want to pull too far ahead. Blue hit me. Hopefully his bloodlust is sated. Magenta matches in again. In the lead at 117. I need to work with blue in order to kill magenta. Otherwise, we both lose. Blue does not appear to be willing to work with me yet. So there has to be a way I can incentivize that. Does magenta break my Africa? No, he paused my stack. Oh, that would be surprising. Okay, yeah, because that would be bad, right? The guy's played very good so far. Surprising. Very surprising. Okay. So now magenta is in the middle, and blue is in the lead. Interesting. So that might be very bad for me because blue might decide that he could kill me. I think blue's going to take Southam. I think he's going to invade, but I don't think he's going to finish me off. That's my prediction. He could very well finish me off, though. But he doesn't quite have the clock. Oh, and he pops magenta stack, so now I'm back in. No, blue's still in the lead, but it's a much closer game. Cool. If he takes up too much of magenta, I might be able to finish. Magenta has 14 territories. I get 6. I'm going to kill them dead. And blue has locked themselves inside themselves, so I'm going to take the rest of the board after that. I'm going to say it well played now, and I'm going to kill magenta. Dead as a doornail. I have no idea what a doornail is. If any of you do, please let me know in the comments. What the fuck is a doornail? Alright. I'm very glad to see that this game is almost ended. So because blue locked themselves inside themselves yet again, I can take most of the rest of the board and not worry about immediate retaliation, which means I get a one-turn reprieve, holding most of the board. Make sure we get Northam, push in here, push in here. That is a good finish. So you see what blue did? Locking their main stack inside themselves. I don't free it. I hold this board for one turn longer than I should. That's all I need to pull ahead, right? I have 48 to his 34. Don't have a match on 3. He's going to move his army out now. But I think it might be too late. He breaks Europe, breaks Asia. I still hold Northam. I probably still hold Oz. I do still hold Oz. Hey, guess what? Pete doesn't suck that bad at fixed. That bad. Cool. Well played. I retake the rest of the board. And I'm going to hide my army in the center, opening it up when and if they connect back around. Don't have a match on 4. I still think I win this game. I have 1.5 times as many troops as the blue player. Blue player has to walk his itinerant army around the board. So all of those stack suicides at the end of the mid-game were mistakes. Because it led me to this late-game scenario, and also him locking himself inside himself were mistakes. Led to this end-game scenario where I'm in the lead, clearly, and I will win. Okay, that was also a mistake. He pops my stack without breaking one of my continents. So now what I do is I follow his path, and I retake everything I lose. He has no cards. I win in 2 turns. Good game, Giorgio Cakes. You did very well. I hold Australia. So I do roll the 3. I don't roll the 2 on 1 because I'm not in desperation mode. And blue's done. 10 troops. No match. Give him a good game now. And we get our first victory. Blues go in 2 different directions to break all of my 3 continents. They can't. I also hold almost the entire board. And it looks like they've left. They don't want to witness my glorious victory. Mercifully, we've finished a Fixed Friday game in under an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the paint dry as much as I did. And as always, please let me know what I missed, what you think I could have done better. Oh, did he leave? About my ally. I'm kidding around. This was fun. I do need to get better at it. I really want to be a well-rounded Risk player. I want to be really good at all sorts of different things. So the only way you do that is by practice. And I know there's a demand for this type of content. And if you guys enjoy my content, by all means, please consider subscribing. Because I am trying my best to add value to your lives. We have 3 beginners and 2 novices, so I doubt we rank up too much. Yeah, but if you like it, I would love to have you around for a long time and watch more. And I really hope you did like it. So, until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.